Nah, I don't want nothing.
Okay, chop chop, fellas. Time's a wasting.
But I am reminded of a song. I want nothing.
With the new season of Phineas and Ferb coming out, I think it should be about time to talk about the show in general. Definitely a favorite among my childhood. I remember watching the series premiere of this cartoon right after the premiere of the second High School Musical movie. I guess August 17th, 2007 was a very special day for the Disney Channel. Now, one thing to note about Phineas and Ferb, besides the titular brothers' geometric Tex Avery style designs, are the buttload of songs that this show created. You can't go without one episode with a newly sung song in the midst. Now, not every song is a hit, but when it hits hard. It slaps. It's a banger. It's a nuclear bomb that tears down the whole tri-state area. Whoa, okay, too far there. What I'm saying is, there's a lot of great jingles the show has come up with. And I kinda wanna shout out my favorites and recognize the beauty in these simple but effective songs. From the earlier beginnings from the roller coaster episode, all the way to its season 4 finale, here are my picks for the top 10 favorite Phineas and Ferb songs. Probably one of the more fan-favorite characters on the show, Dr. Doofenshmirtz has a ton of songs under his belt. Some can be hit or miss, he definitely has that grainy, nasally voice to him. Not to discredit Dan Pulvermeyer here, it's an iconic voice.
I am inevitable.
But I think one of Doof's more entertaining songs isn't when he's singing, but rather rapping, or I guess talking with rhymes and utter confusion.
Well, I'll be honest, I don't really understand, but I fell down this hill. Now I got glue on my hands and I got records on my fingers. Records on my fingers, I got records on my fingers and I just can't stop. Don't stop.
Doofenshmirtz finds himself crashing a junkyard party where his daughter Vanessa is attending, and gets himself into a pretty sticky situation, no pun intended, as he gets his hands glued to a bunch of records. And with his own mind-controlled helmet being taken over by Perry the Platypus, Doof has no point but to go along with the motions and freestyle a beat about how he got into this mess. And he actually livens the party too.
I got a platypus controlling me. Now let me sum it up. It was a strange set of circumstances. I fell down the hill, I got glue on my hands, now I got records on my fingers.
Definitely one of the more bizarre songs on the show, but it's so unique that it's memorable for any PNF fan to jam to. And boy, did this age well.
Like corporations are a platypus.
The government's a platypus, your teacher is a platypus.
My teacher is a panda.
Yep, I can agree that the government and media are definitely a platypus.
There's no platypus controlling me. There's no platypus controlling me.
Oh look guys, Candace finally got her wish.
Woohoo! I'm finally free!
Guess what? You're a bitch.
After finally busting her brothers and they get sent away to a reform school, which pretty much feels like juvie, Candace starts to notice that she actually does miss her brothers. Well, maybe if you weren't such a female dog the whole time, you would understand the word charitability.
You're a bitch.
Anyway, she finally starts remembering all the fond memories she's had with them, which leads us to our number 9 song.
Little brother, I remember when you first came home.
I think this is probably the first and only song sung by Candace's friend Stacy. If I'm wrong, you can fact check me on that. Every memory might not have been fun for Candace. There's this instance where her toys break and she blames Phineas and Ferb for it. Yeah, okay. But on the surface, this is pretty wholesome. It's not every day where you actually see Candace show a little kindness and remorse towards her brothers in the beginning to middle of an episode, and it's a nice change of pace. The lyrics are a little cynical at times, like yes, I know these brothers are boys and are related to Candace, thank you. But it's a nice message to always look after your siblings and never take them for granted. Wow, Stacy should sing more songs.
You know, you finally have everything you ever wanted.
Also, Phineas just skips a frame here. What? Chances are if you're going to, let's just say, a shoe store, what are you mainly looking for in a shoe? You may be looking for a specific style, or maybe you're into what's trending, like what brands that came out. But what you really should be paying attention to is their aglets.
What?
Wait, what do you mean you don't know what an aglet is? That's okay, Phineas and Ferb didn't know either until they started to become obsessed with it.
A-G-L-E-T, don't forget it. It's a solid Barbie, yeah.
Why the aglet? Well, why not?
If you dish aglets one more time, I'll fray your head so bad it won't fit through your shirt hole.
Phineas and friends have never shied away from pretty useless objects and actually making them sound more useful than they already are. And boy, do they really put on a show with this Live Aid concert literally called Aglet Aid.
A-G-L-E-T.
with a very catchy hook spelling out the word. Also, the visual gags of shoe-related jokes is pretty funny. This sounds like a worship song for some reason, but you know, for aglets. I can't lie though, this song has some stiff competition with SpongeBob's Shoe Loop-de-Loop song. But does SpongeBob mention aglets at all? I guess that's checkmate for the Dorito boy.
Look, a sponge and a starfish. There's gotta be something we can make out of this. Oh no, that's ridiculous.
So let's talk Bowling for Soup. You know, the band known for their song 1985, or I guess if you're a PNF fan, the same band who's done the theme song.
Thanks a lot, guys.
No prob. We appreciate the gig.
Bowling for Soup.
It's also noted that lead singer Jared Reddick also plays a fictional rock singer named Danny, who's also the lead singer in his band, Love Handle. Parodying the cheesy hair metal scene back in the 1980s, Love Handle is adored by many in Danville, and convinced to reunite for the Flynn's anniversary, they play their most iconic song. This definitely feels like an ending song of a movie where the two protagonists finally kiss, or somebody raises their fist in the air or something. It just has that essence of a pure retro 80s sound that will quickly leave you smitten and swept off your feet, as this tune perfectly describes the emotional impact our two brothers' parents feel for each other.
I put up barriers to shield my emotions.
And keep in mind, this was in season 1 of the show, so they were really pulling in all the punches on how great of a cartoon this really was. Yeah, Love Handle, you can stay. But you can't beat Jared Reddick's other voice role. Yeah, baby, it's Chuck E. Cheese, that's what I'm talking about.
Others!
Okay, I'm not usually one for shipping. I think the idea of mushing two characters together because they showed even just a little bit of chemistry in one scene is a little too much for me. But I can acknowledge when the concept of two characters who might have a crush on each other but don't directly show it will eventually happen. And it's heartwarming to see the full reveal. Take Robin and Starfire from Teen Titans. Every now and then there will be hints of them showing affection for each other until their big scene in the TV movie, where they finally kiss. This pretty much goes the same with Phineas and secret admirer Isabella. Even though Phineas never showed his true feelings for her as a kid, he starts to develop them as a teen, whereas Isabella started to grow apart.
I wanted you to see me, but for so long you were blind. Now it's time to face tomorrow and leave all that stuff behind.
Faye shipped these two since the beginning, and you know they got all giddy with excitement when this episode came out. And I'm not gonna lie, this song is pretty emotional to the point where it could possibly, potentially, make me cry. I mean, it's on the list, so you already know I like it. It's nice seeing Phineas' perspective on how he missed his shot all this time, and thinking what could have been if he wasn't so oblivious to Isabella's hints.
Could have been your girlfriend.
I could have been your fella.
At the same time, Isabella thinks it's time to move on as she heads to college. It's a really bittersweet song with both parties thinking about the roads not traveled in their relationship. I mean, come on, they even reference their ship name. How can you not sob to this tune?
You might have been an item.
They would have called us Finabella.
When doing this top 10, I honestly forgot how much the earlier songs of the show kinda slap. I mean, you had Go Go Phineas, where the lyrics are just that, but it's in a catchy tune with a rockin' guitar riff. Then there's My Nemesis, where Doofenshmirtz admires Perry the Platypus as a rival to him. Also, Doof poorly singing the song. Then we get to the episode where the boys turn their backyard into a huge beach resort, filled with surfing and limbo dancing, and of course, a jamming reggae song.
Listen up, people, and I'll teach ya. Phineas and Ferb in a backyard beach ya.
I don't know why, but every time a Ferb song is being played, it just turns out great. Granted, this isn't actually Ferb singing, I mean he's got one line in every episode, but it's nice to see what the writers can do with this quiet sigma of a man and give him a range of different genres to sing to. And I think Backyard Beach might be my favorite of them all.
Now you see we're having fun playing under the sun and get in line, cause the wet skis run.
Now this is nostalgia doing the talking for me, but hey, it's catchy as heck. A reggae-influenced track that is eager to get everyone on the dance floor. I don't care if Shafrillis rated it in C tier, calling it mid and overrated. This puts Baja Men's Who Let the Dogs Out in a sinkhole. Amazing song.
The backyard beach, don't fall into the breach, got the backyard beach.
Alright, quick question. Who do you think in the cast has the best vocals on the show? If you said Perry the Platypus, you are correct. But a close second would definitely be Olivia Olson, who plays Vanessa on the show, with Ashley Tisdale as Candace right behind her. When both girls try to bust their respective families from doing something they don't like, you get a dynamic duet for the ages.
I can see the things you're doing, and you think that I'm naive. But when I get the goods on you, she'll finally believe.
A classic pop diva anthem for the show, you get both ranges of these girls' voice that blend together seamlessly, with Candace putting on a more cynical style in her voice when describing her brother's inventions, while Vanessa has that smooth talking sound that melts like butter when trying to prove her dad being evil. A great song that showcases the best singers on the show, and it's no competition.
Be busted. I don't wanna put the hurt on you.
Also, this is probably the episode where we all wish we were in Ferb's shoes as kids.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Ferb, snap out of it. What happened back there?
Yes, I'm a simp.
You want to know a song so simple, yet so catchy, it's sensational? Probably like what most one-hit wonders are. In fact, Phineas, Ferb, and friends decided to take this route with an intentionally meaningless but earwormy sensation in your head. And it's probably the most popular song on the show too.
Bow, chicka, bow, wow. That's what my baby says. Mow, mow, mow. And my heart starts pumping. Chicka, chicka, chew, wow.
It's no surprise that this was voted the most loved song on the show's first musical countdown. A song where it actually affects the plot a little bit. The band sees their rise to fame, dealt with a huge diva tantrum, then elevator music, then a one-time reunion tour for their song. Hey, wait a minute. Also, this is probably the reason why most episodes have a song included if it weren't for Gitchy Goo, since Disney liked it so much they requested more. And there's an extended version of the song too. Pretty cool.
My baby's got her own way of talking. Whenever she says something sweet.
But not as cool as Barney the Rabbit Boy and his musical blender. Woohoo, he deserves that first prize.
Once again, Marty the Rabbit Boy and his musical blender!
Phineas and Ferb are no strangers to the more uncanny side of their episodes. I mean, look at the brothers' designs. But their songs can sometimes be pretty tame. But every now and then, you get some random song from a random gag they pull out and just go non-stop with that concept. Case in point, the squirrels in my pants, or in other terms, oh wait, hold on, I can't say that word, nope.
Tell me what's making you jump like that. Ain't got no chickens, ain't got no rats.
What even is this song, and why does it have this right to being so catchy? With such a bizarre premise, Candace's agony makes for a floor-stopping tune, with these random hip-hop heads start rapping on beat with their ever so random lyrics about rodents in your jeans.
Step right over and watch me put it down. Step right over and watch me put it. S to the I to the M to the P.
There are so many inventive rhymes here, and they're downright hilarious. Who you got back home watering your plants? Got an Aunt Florence living in France?
How can I qualify for government grants?
They're so random yet so effective for a catchy song. And it also got a popular resurgence after a certain word came out. Oh well, it was a nice reminder that this song exists and still slaps.
Wow, she had actual squirrels in her pants.
We just got served.
Before we get to my favorite Phineas and Ferb song, here are a few honorable mentions.
Summer belongs to you. Summer belongs to you.
I'm gonna throw in a hot take. I think the song is a tad bit overrated. Whoa, hey, hear me out. I do think this definitely encapsulates the meaning of what summer is about, although the verses before the chorus are a little hit or miss for me. Good thing the chorus is amazing.
You were a substandard dad, but the only one I had. I grew up hearing your evil scheming down the hall.
Like I said, Vanessa easily has the best vocals on the show, and this little number proves it. Reflecting on various screw-ups her father Doofenshmirtz makes, she still acknowledges his sincerity, especially through giving her a doll from her childhood. With a robotic Daft Punk-like style, the infectious dancing these robots do, it's the best techno song that this show has. Great stuff.
Perry, you
You know you are a boy's best friend. You're more than just a passing trend. You're like a treat from a candy store.
Everyone loves Perry, which is probably why the whole tri-state area comes to support the brothers' song on top of this rooftop concert. Then Candace ruins it by rhyming random words with Perry. Also, Jeremy's here for some reason.
Those boys are evil. But before you get home, they somehow always clean up the mess.
Uh-oh, someone's been around the parsnips again. Gotta respect Dan Povenmire for putting on that raspy blues-inspired voice into Candace. Definitely a rocking tune. Testify, Candace, testify. And with that, here's my #1 pick for the best Phineas and Ferb song. I had to really think about what I would consider to be my favorite song from the show between my top 3. I mean, Gitchy Goo is a fan favorite, but I didn't want to be a basic snob. And Squirrels in My Pants is an all-time classic with an iconic Phineas and Ferb style of humor mixed in with a catchy hook. But in the end, I really had to give in and look at what I would consider the ultimate Phineas and Ferb song that exemplifies everything about the show. The catchiness, the vocal delivery, the upbeat energy, and most importantly, the rhythm to it all.
So you're saying that you don't have rhythm? But listen what you're doing right there. With that stamp and a book, you got a real nice hook. Sounds to me like you got rhythm to spare.
So, like I previously mentioned with another song on the list, the fictional band Love Handle gets reunited to perform for Linda and Lawrence's anniversary, but they would have to reconcile and band together before doing so. Phineas and Ferb meet at the library to find drummer Swampy working there, losing all sense of rhythm, or so he thinks.
Besides, I ain't got rhythm. No, I ain't got rhythm.
It's up to Phineas and Ferb to help Swampy regain his rhythm and confidence back, and it all lays on a perfect, feet-stomping song that is infectious. The melody keeps building and the percussion keeps sailing as the chorus gets more and more loud.
Besides, I ain't got rhythm. No, I ain't got rhythm.
And it ends with Swampy relearning his drumming skills with an actual drum, culminating in a tremendous musical showstopper that puts mainline Broadway songs to rest. Props to you, Dan and Swampy.
Hey! Hey, look at it! Look at it! Check it out! Hey, I got rhythm!
And there you have it. These were just my personal favorites from the show, and probably missed some of your favorites, like the 50s driving song, or Buford and Baljeet confirming they're gay. I mean, being frenemies. So if I missed one of your favorites, let me know in the comments. Heck, give me your personal top 10 as well. I would love to hear them. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more top 10s in the future. Take care, and I'll see you next time.